Microscopy has become one of the most useful techniques, but microscopy's gotten very complicated and very expensive. There's a whole swathe of research questions that it can't be used for because those questions exist in parts of the world or in communities that just don't have the resources. I found myself working with some unusual little marine animals. We needed a microscope, but the microscope we needed didn't exist. So we built our first microscope, but then that kind of became an obsession. How simple, how cheap can we make a microscope? And what opportunities does that open up? 3D printing is a fantastic technology. It's also become relatively cheap. So you get a 3D printer, you print the microscope, you put the microscope on the printer, and you have an automated microscope. Our idea was this should be available for anybody to use. We published it, and anybody can go and download the specifications, make their own. We've been able to use this to kind of affect the research community globally to get more people used to this idea that they can actually make their own instruments. Our whole idea was that this is a microscope that could be used by anybody. That means that it should be usable by people who aren't researchers, who aren't scientists. What this let people do is actually decide how to use it themselves. All of the microscope designs that we've published are completely open and available, and making it open source is a really important part of this. We have well over 1,000 downloads and 1,000 people accessing it, and this creates an online community. We found community groups all around Ireland who were interested, from men's sheds to scouting groups. There's a knitting group, there's tidy towns committees. Even though we designed it as a scientific instrument, it actually became an instrument for social interaction. When I talk to people about building microscopes, I've always tried to convince them that it's a lot easier than they think. We've hosted workshops for researchers, and we get them to come along and learn to build instruments. Our best tool that we have for this is Lego. We've designed some really simple little pieces that basically let us couple microscope lenses and cameras to Lego. You can just assemble a microscope whatever way you want. You can take it apart, you put it back together. It's easy. Research should be playful. It's exploration. As kids, we know to do that through play. I think sometimes adults forget that it's okay to play. And actually, it's also a powerful way to explore and discover how to do things. Everybody should have the right and the ability to do this themselves. Why should I get all the fun? We're going to take this forward, and this is going to fundamentally change how we do our instrument development in the future. That potentially could be one of the largest impacts that we have of this going forward. That this philosophy of active engagement with users throughout the process becomes central to how that type of research works and how that type of development works.